I'm loving this, guys. Stocks are bouncing back today. Got that double espresso on deck. Cheers, by the way. I appreciate all of you for tuning in as always, as again, we're looking pretty good today, guys. Very good at that, as we're up pretty much over 1% across the board on the indices. The VIX is down over 7%, and Sofi is up a whopping 3%. Guys, we're pushing $29 on SoFi. We have to break it down, and we're going to go over the indices, other stocks I'm looking at, which again, we are ripping across the board. So hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, join the Patreon if you want to be a part of my portfolio updates. I post those twice a week. There's a Discord, plus more. Pretty much, guys, if you want to keep up with what I'm doing in real time in my portfolio, that's on Patreon. Link down below, also pinned in the comments, or go to stasurfs.com/Patreon. That's simple. And with that being said, cheers again. Take a sip of your coffee. You're going to need it. And let's dive into it. So we're looking amazing. There's no doubt about it. And I got a lot of questions. Well, not really questions, comments saying, Stas, you're an idiot. What are you doing? You were wrong. Stocks didn't crash. And yeah, I was wrong. And guess what? I'm wrong in the short term, and I'm happy to be wrong. I'm happy to be wrong. Do you guys want to see stocks get annihilated again? Sure, it could open up a nice buying opportunity, but I don't necessarily want to see that. That would completely crumble my thesis here, which I think in the short term, it's still kind of intact. It's still intact, as of now. I think we're going to all-time highs again. I think we're going to break out heading into the end of the year. So a massive crash right now would kind of throw a wrench into my thesis. So I'm happy to be wrong. I'm happy that we didn't sell off too much. It was just a little blip, and now we're just bouncing right back. And that goes to show, another thing worth mentioning here is it shows you the kind of the appetite the market has to the trade tensions. The market almost isn't reacting as crazily as it was a couple months ago. We saw what happened months ago when the market crashed. Whenever we got escalations or this or that, we saw huge volatility. Yeah, we got volatility Friday, but it bounced back very quickly. It shows you that, okay, the market either doesn't believe Trump or thinks another taco is incoming, or it just doesn't care anymore that much about the trade war. I don't know what it is, but here we are. We're bouncing back. SoFi, again, 3% in the green, which we'll dive deeper into this in a second. SPY is up 1%. Look at this, putting in clear, distinct higher lows. I mean, you guys see it here on this time frame. Look at that, higher low, right? Now we're starting to break through this 50 moving average. We're breaking over the 180 SMA. So this is a very good sign right here that we're starting to reverse. The fact that we hit 648 on Friday, then we put a higher low in yesterday. Now we're popping hard after we got Powell speaking. That's another reason probably why the market's running today. We got more info from Powell, a lot of what he's been saying, but that's reassuring the market that we're on a path for rate cuts. Things aren't looking as bad or whatever. So yeah, SPY's putting in those higher lows, very critical. QQQ, same exact thing, right? If I zoom in, higher low, we're breaking out of the 50 SMA, taking out the highs from the last couple of days. So I'm liking it. I'm liking the way we're setting up right now, and I'm not, jumping for joy. I'm not. It's nice that we're not crashing, but I'm not naive to the fact that, what if something goes wrong in South Korea? We have President Xi, President Trump. They're speaking there in a week, 10 days, whenever it is. Or not speaking there, they're meeting there. So what if, I don't know, you never know with President Trump. What's going to happen leading into that? Is he going to tweet something else? What if the meeting doesn't go well? These are things that could cause more volatility in the market to go down. But the charts are not pointing to that yet. We're not seeing that. So we have to play it for what it is. It's starting to reverse back up. But again, don't get too excited, because you never know what's going to happen with President Trump. and this meeting. If people could get blindsided, they might forget about that meeting or whatever. Then all of a sudden, boom, we dump again. Who knows? And that's why I do have a decent amount of cash. I'm not all cash, obviously, but I have a decent amount of cash in the portfolios because look. If we get more downside, I'm buying the dip. I'm not, going to panic sell. I'm not going to stay on the sidelines. I'm buying the dip. So SoFi at this point, guys, is looking pretty good. Up 3%. We're taking the highs out from yesterday. We hit over $29 a share earlier in this day. And look, not only did we take the highs out from yesterday, but also from Monday. Monday we hit 27.30. Yesterday we hit 28.30. So we broke through those levels, and now we've pretty much gained all the loss back from Friday, which, guys, newsflash, we wouldn't have lost much of anything on Friday without this, escalation between the U.S. and China. I was saying that I think SoFi is going to $30, or it would have gone to $30 on Friday if we didn't get this news. And the fact that we've rebounded and recovered all that loss, pretty much, almost all that loss, it goes to show the strength in the bulls here. It really does. And the fact that, the dip was bought up, it shows that. And yeah, I think this is going to $30, whether it's tomorrow, next week, I don't know. But I think we're going there. It's pretty obvious on the charts. And I mean, look, zoom in here. What do we have on SoFi, guys? Oh my God, clear as day. Cup and handle. We have the cup right here, got the handle right here. And well, we're approaching $28.80, $29, which is the breakout spot. If this starts to take $29 out, $30 out, yeah, we're going, like I said, all-time highs. That cup and handle is going to play out. And we could be going bananas from there, man. Who knows where this could go. But, yeah, this looks great, guys. Very good. Look on the charts here. We're putting in these higher highs, or rather higher lows. The cup and handle looks like it wants to play out any second right now. SoFi looks great. And, again, the overall market looks phenomenal. Everything is moving right now. Well, maybe not everything, but you guys get the point, right? And if we look through here at some other stocks, by the way, hit the like button, guys. Make sure to subscribe, follow along for more content. I appreciate all of you for tuning in. AMD, to rub salt in my wound, guys, to rub it in my face even more. AMD went up another 8, or it's up another 9% right now. So you guys know I was in AMD. You know what I mean? I bought the stock, a while ago at like $130, $40, bought it all the way down, down to like $70, $80 a share. And I got my average cost to like 105 or 110 in that ballpark. And you guys know I sold, funny enough, I started trickling out of this stock like 2 months ago, right? And I sold completely, literally within the last month. And yeah, we got that news, boom. And AMD went from 160 to 240, and now it's up another 8%, to rub the salt in the wound. But obviously, we're joking around. We've all sold stocks before, before a big move. It happens to the best of us, right? Not that I'm a great, amazing trader, investor, anyway. But it's funny. It's funny seeing this happen. And the best thing you can do, guys, is just laugh at yourself. You bought the stock. I made money. It's not like I lost money. I made money. I made like 60% on AMD. So don't feel bad for me, guys. I don't feel bad for myself at all. But it's just funny. It's more comical. I made 60%, and then I sell the stock, and then it goes up another 50. It's like, it's like, dang it, right? We've all been there. But yeah, AMD up another 8%. Let's see here. Silver stocks, don't even get me started there. They're going bananas. Silver's hitting all-time highs. We all know that, or maybe not. You should know that, especially if you've been watching my channel. We've been screaming silver to all-time highs for weeks, for months, quite frankly. And you can see it here on the max chart, that cup and handle that we called out when silver was at like 40 an ounce. Yeah, now it's at 51 an ounce. That cup and handle is starting to play out. We hit 52 an ounce on silver, guys. And I don't think you understand. You probably do. A lot of you do. But you don't understand how manipulated the price of silver is, man. It's at the same price pretty much it was at 5 decades ago, insane. So yeah, we're starting to break out, and I don't know how far this is gonna go. I have no idea. But could we go to 60 an ounce, 65? Could I see something like that? Yeah, I could. Especially as gold's running. Gold's hitting 4,200 an ounce today, guys. All-time high for gold. What a freaking time. So yeah, I'm going to wrap it up there. I don't want to go too crazy on this video. We broke down Sofi, a couple other stocks, the index or indices. Sorry, I can't say indexes, or we're gonna have those the grammar police in the comments. But yeah, that's it. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Join the Patreon if you want. That is, if you want to keep up with what I'm doing in my real money portfolio, and we're putting in a bunch of money, guys. Depositing $500 every Monday, doing bonus deposits throughout the month. I literally just tossed in $2,000 last Friday. So we're investing thousands of dollars a month in this portfolio, and I'm showing you guys how I'm beating the market right now, what stocks I'm buying, how I'm building my portfolio. All of that is on Patreon. Link down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stassurfest.com/Patreon. I'll see you all in there. And with that being said, cheers. Have a great rest of your day.